All right, guys, we are live. This is a impromptu stream. I had nothing going on tonight, so I was like, why not just answer some of your questions? You guys can hit me with Chicago Bears questions, life questions, sports questions, whatever. I'm an open book right now. Um, Bears, obviously not playing tomorrow. We still got a day. So if you guys want to go through the next matchup against the Vikings, talk about my predictions or whatever you guys want to ask me, feel free to ask in the chat down below. I'll be answering every single question that you guys leave me. And before we begin with the questions, like I do want to say I'm so excited about the season coming up. Like I know there's been a lot of negativity lately, especially after the article dropped yesterday, which I'm sure we'll get some questions about that. But there's been a little bit of negativity as of late, but like I'm still super excited about this upcoming season. I mean, probably the most excited I've been since 2018 or maybe since 2019 because I was hyped about that season, but we saw how that turned out. So Sally, what's going on? Mr. Simster, what up? What up? Not much, dude. Just chilling. Mikkel, nice to see you guys. I'll also be doing a live stream, by the way, week 1 against the Vikings with Nick from Just Another Year Chicago. So if you guys want to tune into my channel, his channel for that reaction, we're going to be streaming the entire game, pre-game and post-game as well. So I'm hoping for some good reactions, man. Like streaming these games is only fun when the Bears win because if they lose, it's just like all of us are quiet. We're not really doing anything. So, I really hope the Bears win. What's up, Julian? Leave your questions down below. Okay, any Bears questions, I will be answering anything. And it doesn't have to be Bears, like whatever you guys want. Okay, the steel bearings. Who do you see the Bears trading for at the trade deadline? So I could see any pass rusher as of now. It's kind of hard to see who's going to be available. Maybe Trey Hendrickson could be available on that 1-year deal, but if you are Ryan Poles, you're probably trying to go after a longer term option at this point. You already tried to, get rentals in the past, so any pass rusher, maybe a running back if one is available, but I'd say like pass rusher and running back. Mr. Simster, the clickbait, no validity article that's clearly just to be hateful and even homophobic. That article, yep, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I actually made a tweet about that, talking about how just lame it was, how the Bears, local media wasn't really calling it out. I mean, no hate to CHGO, like I'm cool with those guys, but I just didn't like how they treated that situation. Like they had the writer on their podcast immediately and didn't really question him. I know they apologized for it, but I wasn't a fan of how that all was dealt with. Um, Honey, appreciate reposting, Sally. Miho, you coming to the game? I sent you your tickets in the mail. Okay, I did not know about that. What you talking about the Vikings game, man? Sally, what are your predictions for the next game for the offense? Good question. So I'm predicting nothing crazy for the offense only because it is the first game. Like, I'm not expecting them to go off for 300 passing yards, score 28 plus points. I just don't think that's going to happen this early in the season, especially against Brian Flores, such a good defensive coordinator. And the Vikings have such a good pass rush. So, I think it's going to be a little bit more low scoring, but I do think Caleb is going to have a relatively decent game. Like you're going to see a couple wild plays from him. You're going to see him play in structure. You're going to see hopefully the run game pop off more in this game than we saw all of last season. So, I'm just really excited to see Ben Johnson's offense really come to life in this one, more than anything. So maybe we only score 21, 24 points, but I still think we could see a lot of good things from the offense. Mikhail, thoughts on trading for Brees Hall? I'm an ISU fan, and Kid was a complete stud. Yeah, I mean that could be a possibility, right? Like he had that injury, but if he's available, I definitely look into it. At least I was a big fan of him coming out of college too. He's had some successes in the NFL, but if there's a possibility, if he's available for like I don't know what it would cost to get him, like round 3 pick, maybe round 4 pick. I mean, I don't like running backs don't have a lot of value, but you could at least look into it. Um, Junior Jordan says, "What do you think will be our stronger side this year, defense or offense?" Really good question, and I want to say offense, man, because the defense just like the only thing that really worries me is the pass rush. I don't think we have a really good pass rush, and if any injuries happen, Dominic Robinson as our backup. So like that, like I think our defense still could be pretty good with Dennis Allen, all these guys, but I just think our offense has more firepower. If you look at the playmakers, if you look at Caleb's potential, Ben Johnson is a fantastic play caller. I would say it's going to be the offense, which I'd be excited for that, man, because I've barely seen Bears teams where the offense is carrying the load. Um, uh, Same question for defense. Grim Monungai over under 16.5 Kyle Monungai touchdowns in the year. Obviously, I'm going over, man. I mean, he's hitting 20, like without a doubt, easily hitting 20. Um, she's my moderator. If Swift doesn't work out, do the Bears trade him for Brees Hall? You're probably not going to get a player for player trade. If Swift is not good, I don't think the Jets will want him. So like you're probably going to have to dump him at the end of the season for a cap casualty at that point. What do you want to see on the defensive side of the ball? Good question. So, I want to see pressure being thrown towards JJ McCarthy, right? Like JJ McCarthy is a young quarterback. He's never seen live NFL defenses in a game that actually matters. So I want to see a lot of pressure being thrown his way. Blitz him, disguise coverages, do whatever you can to make his job harder because his offensive line is really good. His weapons are really good, even without Jordan Addison. So, hopefully we can do that. Oh shoot, my mic was not even connected. I think you guys could still hear me towards. Um okay, I think we're good now. Yeah, this mic was not connected. I was actually going through my MacBook mic. Um okay, more questions. So Christian, I'm not getting my hopes up as a Bears fan until I see good football play on the field and meaningful games. I've been disappointed way too many times. I totally get that, man. Like, I'm there with you right there, but it's just something different about this year. And I know we say that every single year, but to get Ben Johnson, like, he was by far my number one coaching option available. So, like, I'm still excited about this year. I'm not going to have Super Bowl expectations, but I'm pretty excited. The Lemur 01, how are you doing today? I'm doing pretty well, man. Thanks for asking. How about you? I'm just chilling. I didn't really do much today besides lay on my couch, take a walk, scroll Twitter. I didn't really have much going on. Van Halen, do you think Ben Johnson will get the team to outperform what the media and most people expect this year from the Bears? I would hope so, man. I mean, I think most people are predicting like 8 or 9 wins. So if we get 10 wins, that would be fantastic. That'd be a fantastic story to get to the playoffs maybe in Ben Johnson's first year coaching. He could very well be coach of the year at that point. So I do think it's possible, man. I mean, Ben Johnson is the best coaching candidate, I would say, since Kyle Shanahan. And we saw all the success Kyle Shanahan has had with the 49ers. So I really do think he is going to work out for the Chicago Bears. Kyle said RB and pass rush are weakest links. You think we scout Jeremiah Love from Notre Dame? 100%. Like, without a doubt, we are scouting him. I think we're scouting all the running backs this year, but Jeremiah Love is one of the most talented ones available. We'll see where he goes in the draft. Maybe he's going to be taken even higher than what the Bears pick ends up being, but definitely scouting him. Michael just got here. Appreciate you, man. 2 nights away, baby. Who is your most obscure touchdown score for the Bears this year? I got Theo Benedict. I think it's gonna be Darnell Wright. I mean, you saw Darnell Wright catch that pass in OTAs, or sorry, in training camp. Like he made a pretty big time catch against some whatever defensive lineman was guarding him. Like Darnell Wright is one of the most athletic players we have on this team, like regardless of him being an offensive lineman. So I think it's going to be Wright. He's going to get in there for a touchdown at some point this year. We'll see what happens. Julian, what do you think? Bears 24, Vikings 21, Caleb 250 yards, 2 passing touchdowns. That's definitely a very realistic stat line. So I could definitely see that happening. Mikhail, calling a Loveland touchdown right now. That would be fantastic to see the rookie get in there for a touchdown. Would love to see that. Mr. Simster, when in the season do you think Loveland and Burden will be really used? So I think it could be soon, guys. Like, I think it could be right away. Loveland could be used in the slot a lot in the very next game. I mean, against the Vikings. I don't think it's going to be a situation where you're going to have to wait a lot for these young guys to be involved because, Ben Johnson, there is a trust aspect for sure. Maybe Burden is not going to be involved heavily right away because Olamide Zaccheaus has already proven to be that veteran option for Ben Johnson at receiver 3. So maybe Burden's going to have to wait a little bit like midseason, but I could see Loveland being used immediately, right away because he was a top 10 pick. He provides a skill set that Cole Kmet does not. He's a lot more athletic in the tight end spot. He can move better. He's probably a better catcher too, catcher of the football. So I think Loveland will be used right away. Maybe Burden, we're going to have to wait for a little bit. I got to say it's fantastic. Yep. That's awesome. Steven, Bears 27-17, Caleb Williams, 2 touchdown passes, Swift a rushing touchdown, Bears D 4 sacks. I would love to see the 4 sacks. That would be freaking fantastic with all the pass rush questions that we have. Bear Down already answered that question. The Captain Redbeard, the Caleb Williams stories are getting bizarre. Yeah, dude, like every single day it's something else. Like yesterday that BS article came out. I don't want to say everything was BS. I mean, I'm sure he got it from sources, but who were the sources? They were fired coaches from last year. Obviously, they're going to exaggerate and embellish what the truth actually was. I mean, who were their sources? Like Chris Morgan, the guy that sucked at his job? Like, I just don't put a lot of stock into these articles that are coming out. I think it's just a slander campaign that's aimed at tearing down our quarterback 3 days before his season starts. Just doesn't make any sense. Okay, Miss Meskowaski 93. I think Rome will have a Pro Bowl season. What do you think? Pro Bowl is gonna be difficult only because like we have so many mouths to feed on this offense, and like I think it's possible, right? Like Rome could totally go off for 1,000+ yards, 9-10 touchdowns. It's like his talent level is definitely there. I just think we have so many weapons on this offense where no one receiver is gonna go to the Pro Bowl because we have so many damn talented guys. The Steel Bearings, who do you have as your Bears MVP at the end of the season? MVP is tough because usually that would just go to the quarterback, right? If we have a good season, if the offense is going, really well, it's probably just going to be Caleb because the quarterback is the most important part of the team. But if you're looking for a non-quarterback answer, I'm going to say Joe Tooney. I mean, he's going to be elite at his job. He's going to be anchoring the inside of the offensive line. He's going to be providing valuable leadership as well. So I'm going to say Joe Tooney. Label plot twist. Darnold Wright throws a touchdown to Caleb Williams. I would love to see that happen. Imagine that happens in week 2 against the Lions on the road. That would be a hell of a story. Dylan, do you think the Bears will win? Yes, I do. If you guys didn't watch my prediction video, I predicted the Bears win 21-20 in a pretty close matchup. Celeste, how long did it take you to work on your hype video this year? Good question. It took me, I would say 16 to 17 hours because I split it up between a few days. The longest part, honestly, was just finding all the clips to use because the Bears did not have a good season last year, so there weren't many highlights being released on the YouTube channel of the Chicago Bears, which is where I get a lot of my footage. So I had to go through like every single video and really like hammer down every single possible clip I could use. It was a struggle at some point because the Bears did not really release many videos after the losing streak that we had. So it took me a little bit of time to do that, but the actual editing took, it took a decent amount of time, but it wasn't anything too unmanageable, I'd say. Junior Jordan, what player do you need to see breaking out most this year? I would say Caleb, obviously like he's a quarterback. We drafted him so high. Like it's got to be Caleb. We need to see Caleb being a good quarterback, a star quarterback, honestly, with all the hype surrounding him. But if you're looking for a non-quarterback answer, I'd probably say Gervon Dexter, because if Gervon Dexter breaks out to be, a good player, a star player, that changes our defense. Like that gives us an actual pass rush, that gives us, more help on the inside of the D line. So I would hope for Gervon Dexter. Nate, appreciate the repost. I'll go through a few here quick because there's a lot of comments to get to, but Bear Down Forever. It's very weird how they are doing Caleb and Bears media feeds into it. Yeah, like that's the thing I don't understand, like why the Bears media is kind of encouraging it. Again, I know CHGO like kind of apologized about the whole situation, but I just don't get why they brought him on in the first place, right? Like if you read the entire article, I read the entire article, every single word. There were a lot of, words used in there that were just not journalistic, right? Like the what did he call Caleb? Like a gazelle or something, a glitzy gazelle? Like what does that have to do with the facts? That's just him, again, like somebody else mentioned, like being homophobic probably, right? Like with Caleb painting his nails, calling him a glitzy gazelle. Like, like what are we doing here? Like we're supposed to be sticking with the facts. Um, Mikkel, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, by the way. Is it Michael or Mikkel? But thoughts on JSN and Garrett Wilson PPR fantasy? I got those two second and third round, 14-person league. I think they have great upside with low floor. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fantasy expert, honestly. Like, I'm okay, but I'm not like really good at fantasy. But JSN is going to be a big target in that offense. He's probably the number one target in that offense. I know they added Cooper Kupp, so that might diminish his value a little bit, but I like JSN. Garrett Wilson is going to get a lot of value. I mean, he's Justin Fields' number one weapon right now. So I like those two picks. I mean, you should do pretty well with those two players. Dylan Holmes, Windy City Bears win 100 to Smile. Yep. Stu Dog, 42 to 3 Bears. I love it. Andy Gee, who's Monday's game-changing player? Game-changing player? I'm going to go with Montez Sweat. Okay. I'm really hoping Montez Sweat gets in there for a couple sacks against JJ McCarthy. I think JJ is going to hold on to the ball a little bit longer in this game than usual because, it is his first game. Like Dennis Allen is going to be disguising a lot of things on the back end as well, where he's going to see some things that don't look the same post snap as they did pre snap. So he's going to hold on to the ball a little bit too long. And I'm really praying that Montez Sweat can get in there for a big time sack, maybe a big time forced fumble. That'd be pretty nice. Mr. Simster, hypothetical, Ben gets Caleb to be our first 30 plus touchdown and 4,000 yard passer, even if we just scrape by with the winning record. Could that get Ben coach of the year? 100%. I mean, the Bears have never had a 4K yard passer. If we have a winning record, even barely, if it's 9-8 and we, barely sneak into the playoffs, hopefully, he would definitely be coach of the year. I mean, no coach has ever gotten a Bears quarterback to do that good with both the 30 touchdowns and the 4,000 yard passing. Sorry. Okay, Roger, do you think when the Bears when they help and try to be the Bears are going what the am I tripping? Eberflus's last time out, what team do you think the Bears upset this year and what team could you see being a trap game? Really good question. So, as for upset, I think the Lions could be an upset opportunity. I know they're in division, so those games are always close, but I'm looking at the week 2 game, guys. I mean, that's going to be a Ben Johnson revenge game. That's going to be where Ben Johnson is going to get booed like heavily throughout the entire game. So I think that, with Ben Johnson being hella motivated, with the Lions, it being early in the season, with them still changing to a new offensive and defensive coordinator, like we could very well beat them. And especially if we win this game against the Vikings, I would look for the Bears to upset the Lions in week 2, depending on how the Lions look tomorrow against the Green Bay Packers. Bear down forever. What team other than the Bears are you interested in watching to see how they do? I would say the Chargers, actually, man. I mean, I saw the Chargers play yesterday. I went to Buffalo Wild Wings with my brother and a couple friends and watched that game. I mean, Herbert was freaking fantastic. I love Jim Harbaugh. I love like the entire Chargers roster, honestly. So I would say the Chargers. Should we be worried about Vikings pass rush Monday night? Yes, we probably should be, man. I mean, they have so many ballers on that front seven. They added Jonathan Allen. They added who's the other guy they added? They added another pass. Oh, Javon Bullard as well. I mean, or sorry, Javon Hargrave as well. Like they have so many studs on that pass rush. Julian, what rookie are you really pulling for? I would love to see Shamar Turner really take off. Yeah, I would love to see Shamar Turner take off as well, but I'm also pulling for Luther Burden for sure. I mean, I've seen this guy play a bunch of times. He played against my high school, actually in the state championship, and being in the area, I saw him play at Mizzou a couple times as well. I have a friend that's a very big Mizzou fan. He went to Mizzou, so big fan of his game. Would love to see him really break out with the Chicago Bears. Go through a couple pretty fast here. But Nathan G, bear down, everybody. Hope you're all having a great day. You too, man. Appreciate you. What do you think the first play call of the season is? Let's go for It's probably gonna be something boring if we're being honest. It's probably gonna be like a 2 yard, hopefully more than 2 yards, but maybe like an inside zone type of play just to get the nerves out of Caleb Williams. Joe, how are we gonna deal with those edges in IDL on mini? I'm guessing living in 12 personnel. 100% agree. 12 personnel, a lot of getting outside the pocket, getting the ball out quick out of Caleb's hands. Gay Dicka, how many touchdowns does Manangai get and why will it be 4? It's not going to be 4. It's going to be 5. I mean, I don't know where you're getting 4 from. It's definitely going to be 5 or maybe even 6. Um, it's insane how people hate Caleb Williams just for painting his nails when there are people like Deshaun Watson who have actually done something to be disgusted about. 1,000% agree. Caleb has committed no crimes. He has been a model citizen of the community, but just because he likes painting his nails and like dressing up and fashion and all that, which you can have any opinion about that. Like, I don't care what you think about that. You should just, stick with the facts though, right? Like, he's not done anything wrong in the community. He's been a very good person in the community. So I just like he's saying, like, I don't get why all the hate is there on him. The smile is the same thing as 0 points. Love it. Over under 2.5 Matt Eberflus mentions on Monday night's broadcast. I will say under. I think it's going to be 2. Sele, always love seeing the Bears wall. Thank you. Yeah, I made this just a year ago, actually. Exactly a year ago is when I first crafted this wall because I thought my background was not good enough. Like, I just had nothing in the background before this. So, that's why I had to put something in there. Um, uh, Sorso, I just came here. I don't know if anybody else asked you this, but who do you think will be our receiver 1? I still see DJ. Okay, yeah, DJ. Um, I just don't know, man. Like, I originally was gonna say DJ, but in training camp, we just saw so many connections between Caleb and Roma Dunze, where I kind of think it could even be Roma Dunze. He could take that step up in year 2. He's a more maybe all around receiving threat than DJ Moore is, which no disrespect to DJ Moore, obviously, but Rome can go up and get a contested catch. He can do a lot more things in terms of his body size. He's a much bigger receiver. So I think it could be Rome potentially, but don't count out DJ either. He's really talented. Um, did you say they added Jonathan Allen or the real Josh Allen? They added Jonathan Allen from the Commanders. Big time gift for them. I'm thinking Burden is gonna be featured in this game. Do you agree, Joseph? I don't know, man, to be honest, because we have so many receiving weapons. I'm not sure if Burden would necessarily be featured in this game. I think if any young guy gets featured, it might be Loveland because, for a young quarterback, having that tight end that can move in space, that can work in the slot, that could be pretty helpful. So I think it's going to be Loveland, but, could be Burden too. Label, I want to see how Ben Johnson handles a blitz against the Vikings. Recent history has had us running nothing but bubbles and curls. We've had really no answer over the years. Yes, this is a big thing that Ben Johnson's worked on in training camp, in the preseason periods. Like, we saw a lot more slants happening in the training camps. Like, there was, many times where the practices I went to against the blitz, against pressure, Caleb got the ball out relatively quick to a guy, just working over the middle of the field on a slant or whatever. So, I think Ben Johnson definitely is going to have more answers for Caleb in this game. Okay, Justin Peters, our O-line and D-line still iffy. Yeah, definitely still iffy, but there's still, reasons to be optimistic, especially on the O-line. 9-8, hopefully we get at least 9-8. That'd be nice. Everyone hates on Caleb, compared his stats to Jalen Hurts on the rookie year. Yeah, I mean, the hate on Caleb is crazy, guys. Like, I've talked about it. It's just people hate on him for reasons other than football. Eberflus's last time out, what is your favorite Bears memorabilia that you have? I would say, like, I don't have much memorabilia, if I'm being honest. Like, I don't have many signed things or like helmets or anything, but I do have this helmet. It's not really memorabilia, but it's just like a replica helmet. I think this cost me how much? Like $80 or 90, or maybe it was more. Like, this is not an official replica helmet. The official ones with like padding on the inside, those ones run you like 300, $400. I was like, hell no. Okay. I mean, this is good enough for the channel. Like, to have in the background of my videos, I don't need an actual freaking helmet. If I try to put this on, like, Like it doesn't fit because it has no padding on, but it's still good to put in the back of your videos. All right, I'm gonna bring in another guy in 5 minutes, which is funny. His name is actually Guy as well, but another person that I know on Twitter is gonna come on in a little bit. Let me send him the link really quick. Give me a second, guys. I'm just sending the link to my other friend. All right. Okay, going through some more questions. Sorry, I have a lot to go to. Fuzz, I think it's Rome, not based on talent, but based on Caleb's chemistry with Rome. He sort of ices out DJ. Definitely possible. Ocean, Caleb, or let's say Josh Allen. Rod D, is Luther going to get reps with the first team offense and with Caleb 2 on Monday night? Probably not first team. Again, because I think he's behind Olamide Zacchaeus on this offense at this point, but we'll see what happens. Caleb has better stats. Ocean Eyes. Shout out Pikachu Cup. Yep, that is one of my favorite pieces of memorabilia too. I'm a big Pokemon fan, in case you guys didn't know. Joseph, I'm sorry, feature is the wrong word. I meant to have surprise gadget plays. Yeah, I mean, I could see that happening. We would be dumb to not let Burden eat. Yeah, I mean, eventually it's gonna happen, man. I just don't think it's gonna be the first game. Mary, predict Caleb's stat line. I would say 250 passing yards. Let's go for 2 passing touchdowns, and I'll do 1 interception just to be non-biased. I think the Vikings have a pretty good defense, so I think Caleb maybe throws 1 pick, but I'll say 250 passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns, which should be good enough to win the game, I hope. What do you think of the media thinking Caleb is a bust already? In my opinion, it's so annoying. Bear down bad football. Yeah, I mean, talked about this a little bit earlier, but all the Bears media that's just constantly hating on Caleb. I don't get why they're doing it. I don't get what they're getting out of it, but Caleb's gonna make them look stupid in 2 days. So be ready for that. 4th and inches at the goal line. Does Ben call a tush push? I don't know about that. I think didn't Ben vote, or did the Bears vote against the tush push? I'm trying to remember. I think Ben said something about the tush push in the offseason. Maybe I'm just not remembering that right, but I think Ben said something against the tush push, right? But I don't know. I have no idea what he's gonna do if it's 4th and inches. Okay, sorry, skipping a few just because I gotta get to all these questions, but Bears Country Productions, the Caleb hate is ridiculous. Why does CHGO have an ESPN guest on the crap all over him? F Chicago Media. Yeah, man, he wasn't even part of ESPN. He just has his own website where he kind of writes his own things. I don't even know if he has a team supporting him on that, actual editors. I'm not a big fan of that writer. I don't care if I'm being mean about that. He called out Caleb personally. I don't know why he did that. There is no reason to do that. So, even if a lot of the things he said were true regarding the staffers on the Bears, saying Caleb was a little bit, entitled and all that, you can write it in a better way that comes off a little bit better than being so personal. Do you think Ben Johnson is going to be coach of the year, Warren King? I do actually think he's going to be coach of the year. Here's my prediction to be coach of the year, because I have the Bears going 10-7, in which case, if they do win all those games, I think the Bears would make the playoffs and he would be coach of the year. Jay Chang, Vikings fan here. How confident does a fan base feel before Monday Night Football? I appreciate you coming in as a Vikings fan. I would say we're optimistic for sure, but we're definitely worried too. We're nervous because we know the Vikings are a really good football team. They won, what was it, 14 games last year? They have Kevin O'Connell, who won Coach of the Year last year, one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And Vikings have a better offensive and defensive line than the Chicago Bears. So, I'm personally optimistic just because the Bears are going to be at home and going up against JJ McCarthy. That's kind of almost like a rookie quarterback, but I still think it's going to be super close. So even though I personally have the Bears winning, it could go either way. Like it's just going to be a really tough game. Blue Dragon Goonies, how worried are you about our run defense without TJ Edwards? And do you believe that JJ will be on a snap count if he does play? Yeah, the run defense definitely takes a hit with TJ Edwards not being in here. I mean, Noah Sewell had a pretty good preseason. He, made a bunch of big time plays in that preseason game and in the games that he played, but Edwards is fantastic against the run. So that definitely hurts. But I will say that we have Andrew Billings in here now. And he was injured for most of last year. So I think just getting Billings back, that's gonna help big time against the run. And do you believe that JJ will be on a snap count if he does play? Probably. If he was limited and he barely practiced, maybe he only plays like, half of the game, which, I wish he could play more, but you also got to make sure he's going to be healthy. I'm gonna add my guy in here. What's up, man? Yo, can you hear me? Yeah, I don't know if you can hear me.
Yo, my bad, my bad. What's
Oh
up,
no,
bro?
you're good. No, dude, I'm chilling. How about you? What's going on?
Man, I'm chilling, man. It's Saturday, man. We got almost Chicago Bears football back. Hey, man,
Yeah,
I'm super excited, man.
100%. We got a lot of comments in here. I'll let you handle a few of them now. But
Okay.
if you want to handle the I'll put trying to find a good question. Um okay, how about this? Run defense question. Do you think we rock out with both Big Bill and Grady Jarrett in obvious run plays?
Yeah, man. I mean, we have to. They're the big guys in the middle, man. It's
Yeah.
Grady Jarrett and Big Bill. Like Billings, what did he say? Did he say he put on 15 pounds of muscle, man, or was he joking?
Yeah.
What was he talking about, bro?
Dude, he was already like 350 pounds or like some crazy number. So the fact he
Yo,
got even bigger
he
is
runs like Dr. Robotnik. You ever see him run? How he runs like that? That is crazy. He runs just like Dr. Robotnik, man. But yeah, the run defense. I think we're gonna rock out with Big Bill and Grady J. I mean, who else do we have?
yeah, against the run. I mean, Javon Dexter, I guess, Shamar Turner, but like both of them are super young, so
Yeah,
it's
you
like,
really can't depend on those guys, really, man. Like Dexter, he's improved every single season he's here, but we got to see how it all pans out, man.
yeah, bro. We got a question here for you or a comment. Yo, guy, I've been sub for years, probably since you were not even at 1,000 subs. Are you gonna be at the game Monday night? If so, it would be awesome to meet up and get a pic. Bear the hell down. Oh, not sure if he's saying that to you or to me or
No,
maybe both or whatever.
he's saying that to you, bro.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah,
No, yeah, I appreciate that, man. I mean, I'm not gonna be at the game, unfortunately. I'm gonna be live streaming that game, from my friend Nick's place. So won't be there, but I'll be at future games. So if you want to meet up, definitely would be down. Um, okay, Jay has a question. I have a question. If the Bears lose to Vikings and JJ McCarthy, coming from a Vikings fan, would y'all be disappointed with a 0-1 loss?
yes, absolutely. Because how are you going to lose to a guy that's pretty much a second year rookie quarterback? Like, make it make sense. He doesn't have Addison. We're hearing that Justin Jefferson might not play. I mean, it's too much for the Bears to be able to win this game. You got DJ Moore. You have everything in your favor. You're at home. It's going to be electric. It's Monday night. It's Soldier Field. Everything is there. I will be extremely disappointed if we lose this game. Like, this is JJ McCarthy's first real game in the NFL, bro. And he's going against a Dennis Allen defense. Kyler Gordon, the Swiss Army knife. He can go out there and get an interception. He can get a tackle for loss. He can get a forced fumble. He's out there. He's going to be out there, man. Come on, this will be extremely disappointing if we lose this game, man. Extremely.
Yeah, like I guess it depends how we lose this game too. Like if it's like at the last second on like a game-winning touchdown or game-winning go-ahead field goal, I think them Bears fans could be more okay with it. But just like you said, like this is an opportunity the Bears need to seize. Like we could go 0-2 if we lose this game because we got the Lions on the road next week. That's gonna be a really tough game. So yeah, if the Bears lose, it's definitely gonna be disappointing no matter what. But if we keep it close, if it's super competitive, maybe we could hang our hat on that a little bit. But there's also no more moral victories in the NFL. Like you got to get the dub.
You got to
Yeah,
get the
that's
dub,
great.
man. You got to get this young boy before he get the training wheels come off and he absolutely becomes better than what he is right now. So if there's a time to really destroy JJ McCarthy or knock him down a peg in his confidence, and Kevin McConnell with him as his quarterback, you have to do this, man. You literally have to win this game Monday night. There is no excuse. There is no excuse. To me, there's no excuse. Like the O line, nobody from the O line is hurt. I looked at the injury report today. Nobody was hurt. So all the big guys are going to be out there Monday night. So I don't want to hear it, man. I don't want to hear
Yeah,
any excuses, man. It's going to be a close game, sure, but this is a second year rookie quarterback we're talking about, man. Like we got way too much talent to beat this team. Like I don't see us losing this game. I will be disappointed. We definitely can go 0-2 with Detroit next
yeah.
week, so we cannot start off like that with everything that Ben Johnson and Ryan Poles has built this season. We can't do it. This is a must win already. Week 1 of a Chicago Bears season.
100%. Sella, yo guy, everyone go follow him. Yes, everyone go follow him at CNG Podcast. Definitely shoot him a follow. He produces some really good Bears content.
Thanks, man. Thanks, Celeste.
100%. I think people are underestimating JJ. I don't think he's a scrub, especially underneath the couch. Yeah, bro. Like, I want to hear your thoughts on that too. Like, I do agree that JJ McCarthy is no scrub. You know, he won a championship at Michigan. Like, he knows how to run an NFL offense, but that NFL offense was super run heavy at Michigan,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
so he's never been asked to carry the team on his back. But the only thing
Right.
is, like, he's not gonna have to do that with the Vikings. Like, he has such a good run game, he has such a good offensive line, good play callers. So even if he's not elite, he could still do pretty good. But I don't know. What are your thoughts on JJ McCarthy? Like, where do you see him like this season?
I don't think he's a scrub either. I just think he's unproven. You know what I mean? He has to prove to me that he can be money on 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7. He's going to have to show me that he can go through his progressions against the secondary, a Chicago Bears secondary that's supposed to be the best skill set group on our team. You know, if JJ's there, Kyler's there, Tariq Stevenson's there, you know, Bayer. He has to prove to me that he can beat that defense, a veteran-led secondary. He's not a scrub. I think he can play, but we have to see, can he beat us? And as far as him being great on 3rd down, so I think he'll be good when it comes to 2nd downs and a couple of 1st down throws. But I want to see what happens when that blitz gets to him. When Dennis Allen sends the whole team at him, he sends all those guys. I want to see how he responds. So I don't think he's a scrub. I just think he's unproven. I think he's going to be good, but I think he has a ceiling. I don't think his ceiling is nowhere near as high as Caleb Williams at all. I don't think he has the same arm strength at all.
100%. Got a question here from Ron. Do you think Caleb will get sacked for less than 68 times this season? Yes, 1,000%. Like, he better get sacked for less than 68 times, because I don't like he's not making it through the season if he gets sacked that many times. It's honestly a miracle he didn't get injured too badly last year with all the beatings he took. So I just think, like, with the offensive line upgrades and with Ben Johnson, like, getting the ball out of his hands quicker, you know, I hope he only takes less than, I don't know, 40 sacks, or I don't know what a good number would be, but like, yeah, it definitely is not going to be as high as last year.
I think he'll get around 20 sacks. You know what I mean? Because it's going to dip off dramatically because you got tight ends. Ben is going to scheme this offense where Caleb Williams is going to have safety blankets everywhere immediately. You know what I mean? Outlets to throw the ball. So we're going to see soon, why did Caleb Williams get 68 sacks? Was it him? You know what I mean? Was it really all him? You know, what was he really doing? Because Ben Johnson is going to have the running back ready to catch in the flat. He's going to have Cole Kmet right there. He's going to have Coastal Loveland right there. He's going to have outlets for Caleb Williams. It's just up to Caleb Williams to throw the ball, like you said, right away and don't hold the ball. Like, we're going to see right away, is it a Caleb Williams problem as far as getting these sacks, or is it a scheme problem? We're going to see right away. But I don't think he gets nowhere near 68 sacks. I'm saying maybe 20. Maybe 20. I don't think it's going to be nowhere near 23, 24. It's going to be like maybe 18, 19. Because I think he's going to be getting rid of the ball quicker.
I also think, like, this upcoming game, we're going to see really quick how the offensive line is going to work. Because if it's the first play of the game and Caleb just gets sacked immediately, like, the expectations for the rest of the game are going to be down the drain. Because do you remember, like, a couple years ago with Justin Fields against the Vikings? Like, he got sacked on the first play of the game, just got absolutely blasted. And he ended that game with like 5 or 6 sacks. Like, you can honestly tell from the very beginning sometimes how a game is going to go. So it's really important to get off to the right foot in this game and just get the ball out quick. Like, you just can't, if you're Caleb, you can't be looking all day just for if something is not there down the field, just throw the ball away, live to see another down.
Yeah.
Johnson coaching, you're gonna get many opportunities to, get big time plays. You just can't get hung up on a play if it's not there. I think that's the next step of growth for Caleb Williams. Like just not trying to make a superhero play when nothing is there to be made.
Yeah, he has to become a pro. You know what I mean? He has to become surgical with the ball in short down situations. And that's something that he's been saying all, off season and preseason, that I'm just working on pretty much getting the ball out quicker. And we have to pay attention to who's going to be on the left side, which is Braxton Jones, the left tackle. So that's going to be something to see in the first game, like you said. Like, how is it going to go for him? Like, what is the scheme? Is it going to be chip blocking? Is it going to be quick tight end throws? Is Ben going to put a running back over there on the left side to help him out and be a release valve for Caleb? So, it's going to be a thing, but we'll see right away what Ben Johnson has schemed up for Caleb and on that left side of the ball as far as that left tackle position, because he's going against a beast Monday night. So I think was it Castle? What's the guy name? Casanova or somebody like that?
The defensive end?
Yeah.
Greenard, Jonathan Greenard.
He's
right?
going against, so he's going to have his hands full. So I'm believing in Caleb, not Caleb, but Ben Johnson more than I'm believing in the left tackle position. I'm really going to see why we paid Ben Johnson $60 million, knowing that we have a left tackle liability. So I'm really excited to see how this goes, man. If we get blown up those first couple of players on the left side, I might just turn that damn game off, Rashad. I might as well say that out of you, bro. I'm gonna turn it off. We're doing way too much content, bro, to be getting.
I know, and I'll be I'll be like live streaming this entire game. So if it goes bad, like it's just not fun to like stream those games. I'd probably just end the live stream.
Yeah,
honestly.
we got. I agree.
Okay, Patrick said, don't forget Ben Johnson's 4-0 and going head-to-head against Brian Flores' defense. Good point. Blue Dragons, Goonie said, I believe the Bears' biggest problem will be Aaron Jones. Do you agree or have a different game wrecker? Totally possible, but I still think it's going to be Justin Jefferson. He's by far the biggest game wrecker. And if we don't have Jalen Johnson, Tyreek Stevenson is going to be on Justin Jefferson, and that's a recipe for complete disaster. Like, I just don't trust him to guard JJ. So
every time I've seen someone play Madden, including myself, Tyreek Stevenson got smoked for 50, 60 bomb touchdowns. I am not confident that there's any indication that Madden is real. I've seen way too many clips of Tyreek getting smoked. So that cannot happen, man. But the person I have being a game record for us is, like you said, Justin Jefferson. But I can't see Aaron Jones being that game record too, because we got to make sure that we stop the run, man. We got to make sure that we stop the run. If we don't stop the run, that's going to open up the game for McCarthy and his receivers and everything. We can't give them everything, Rashad. We can't give them the run game, the pass game, the play action. You have to take things away from them, man. So, but it's definitely Justin Jefferson he plays. Because my trust is not in Tyreek Stevenson at all. If Jalen Johnson doesn't play according to Madden, bro.
I don't think anybody trusts him that much. Sally said, if Caleb Williams was watching this, what words of encouragement would you give him? I just say to oh, sorry, I'll go ahead first. But I'll just say to play your game, man. Just don't pay attention to any of the outside noise. Don't pay attention to the articles that are coming out, which I don't think he is, dude, because he doesn't respond to any of this coming out. Like the big ass article that came out yesterday, he didn't say a single word about that or tweet anything. So he's already taken this advice, but just don't listen to the outside noise. Play your game. Follow the game plan. Don't try to be crazy, but just play your best football. He's such a talented quarterback.
Yeah.
We should win this game if he plays his best football. But what would you say to Caleb?
Yeah, Rashad, his screen.
Oh, shoot. Am I losing you?
No, yours had one in the circle.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
It's cool, man.
You want to go? Or I was just asking you, if Caleb was watching, like, what would you say to him?
Look, Caleb, listen, man. G Walker here, the CNG podcast, man. Listen, bro. Listen. The only people that matter, bro, is the people in their locker room. Your offensive coordinator, your QB coach, your QB pass game coordinator, your wide receivers, your defensive teammates. That's the only thing that matters, bro. None of this nonsense that's out here in the media about you matters, bro. Only thing that matters is between Hallis Hall, that practice field, Soldier Field, Monday night. Stay in your playbook, bro. Listen to your coach and get the W. That's it. The only opinions that matter is your coach and your teammates, bro. Nothing else matters, man. So lock in with your guys. Get busy. Shred the Vikings, bro. Let's go.
Facts. 100% facts. Okay, Roast Beef said, been watching 7 years. Please do more of these. Appreciate you, man, watching. Definitely gonna do more of these this season. And he said he started watching when I was 16. I'm now 23. That's crazy.
Whoa,
Appreciate the love, man.
you're a
That's
whole
actually
grown man.
yeah, bro. I was 19 when I started my channel. I'm 26 now, so I'm like, damn, time has
Rashad,
passed.
don't set me up to start talking about people's age. Don't set me up to say how old I am, but like let's don't do that, man.
No, you're 25, right? You look 25.
Yeah, I'm 25. Yeah, of course. Yeah, absolutely. 25, man. Young guy. Yeah.
Bears Country Productions. G Walker knows his stuff. Yes, he does. Well said, G.
Thank you, man.
Um,
Appreciate you guys, man.
Razzle says it doesn't seem like it's Ben. You trust Waddle on ESPN has a lot of questions about the coaching. Okay, I don't really see any of the comments that he made. So if you want to be more like specific what he said, we'll respond to
Yeah.
those comments.
It doesn't seem like it's been you trust Waddle on ESPN has a lot of questions about coaching, about the coaching. I mean, he's a rookie. He's a rookie head coach. There is questions, but at the same time, he set up a culture that's pretty much letting everybody know that the standard is a standard. You know, no block, no rock, those type of things, man. So he's not going to be, you know, lenient on anything that he doesn't think is 100% correct or perfection as he wants. That's we've always seen from Ben Johnson. So the coaching aspect, he's nailed that since he's been here, holding players accountable. You know, doing things that he would do that he would not ask them to do himself. You know what I mean? So the
Yeah.
coaching aspect is he's been good at that. Like from the beginning, he's protected Caleb Williams and he hasn't answered certain questions. So the coaching aspect of Ben Johnson, he's on point, man. He's on point. He's telling the truth. He's being honest, and he's not giving the media, you know, any ammunition to use against him or his players. So the coaching
Yeah.
and the scheme is the scheme. Like the scheme and the numbers are the numbers. Like we've seen what he did up there in Detroit. You know, top 3 offense, top 5 offense. You know, run a game. You know, smash mouth football. You know, putting lipstick on a pig such as Jared Goff. You know what I'm saying? So Ben Johnson is fine as far as being a coach. He's good. There's nothing to really
Yeah,
question about
I
his
don't
coaching ability at all.
100%. Like, we'll see when the games actually start, but I don't think there's much to be concerned about at this point in time. Like everything that's gone on so far, it's been for the better, I feel like. Quickly going through a few of these questions. Van Helen says, "What are your thoughts about Kiran moving to guard?" I'll let you take that first, guy.
I mean, he's moving the guard. So what? So what? Like he's not. He has to be lucky that he's just even on the team. This was one of my prime cut candidates that I put that would get cut, and he didn't get cut. So he's lucky he's a guard. He's lucky he's a center or a power forward to me. Like he's just lucky he's on the team at this point. So if he's playing guard right now, that lets you know he's not a left tackle. He's not a right tackle. The best ability is availability. He's been hurt for the past 2 off seasons, so you put him where he's at. If that's guard, it's guard. And if he can't beat anybody there, he's going to have to be a swing guard. I don't know. It is what it is for him.
He could also be like Tevin Jenkins, right? Like Tevin was a horrible tackle. He moved inside the guard. He had a really good season, but he couldn't stay healthy. And just like Kiran also can't really stay healthy. So you just got to hope that these guys stay healthy. But, if he's our guard 2, guard 3, like I'm okay with that. I just
Yeah.
don't think he's going to contribute that much to the Bears unless like a crap ton of injuries happen, which hopefully, you don't see that happen. Okay, Blue Dragon Goonie says, "What's the first trick play you think Ben Johnson will call?" My hope is a Darnell Wright touchdown. Really good question. Okay, I kind of think it could be like an Andrew Billings type of like fullback touchdown. You remember Akeem Hicks back in
Yeah,
2018?
I remember
He
that.
had that I think against the Giants, or I forgot what game it was, but like he just plowed through for the touchdown. So I do think he's gonna try to get one of the defensive players involved on the offense, but it's only gonna happen if the Bears, regular offense is good. Like you can't run
Right,
trick plays if your base offense isn't working well. But if we're winning
right.
games, if this is allowed, then I think it might be like hopefully like an Andrew Billings type of fullback run. But what do you think?
I, I think it's cool, man. If he does that, I wouldn't mind Darnell Wright getting it. I don't mind, Sonny getting it. Like it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be vibes. The energy is gonna be high. Whoever gets it, I don't have a specific person. But I'm thinking like, yo, who can get the trick touchdown? I'm just excited that we got a coach that's smart enough
Oh
that
yeah.
can scheme some stuff like that up. So I'm just hyped to see who it's going to be. Honestly, I can't wait to see that. If we're winning, of course, I don't want to see Darnell Wright giant self out there playing running back, going up the middle of Billings, and we losing by 14 points in the game that matters. I don't want to see that, man.
Yeah. Okay, Nikon, do you think Kyle Manangai will have a significant role in this game or just utilized in short yardage situations? Really good question. I think it's gonna be 50-50 to some extent. Because if you hear Ben Johnson talk about Kyle Manangai, he talks about him like with such praise, which for a rookie, you don't really expect that. Like just today in the press conference,
Yeah,
he said something about like having 100% trust in this guy. So I think you could see a
that's
situation where
huge.
it's like 50-50 between Swift and Manangai. Like, I don't think that's crazy at all, even though Manangai was a seventh round pick. They just bring such different running styles to the table. Like, Manangai has better vision, better power, where Swift has better speed, better agility, better catching ability. So it's just gonna depend like what the down is, what the distance is, and like what the situation is. Um,
Yeah.
but Guy, what do you think Mananga is gonna provide in this game?
I mean, like you said it, man. Ben Johnson came out today and said he trusts him a lot. That's the fact that I don't know if I've heard Ben Johnson say he trusts anybody this whole preseason and offseason. I haven't heard that.
Yeah.
Trust? That's major. And I heard he was getting reps with the ones today. So I think he's going to have a significant role in that game, because DeAndre Swift, as much as we like him and what he flashed against the Chiefs, how much is that really him? You know what I mean? But we got a guy that's great off balance. He got great off balance ability, breaking tackles. He doesn't fumble. He never had a fumble in college. So now the fact that you hear that Ben Johnson is earning his trust, he's earned Ben Johnson's trust. If you add all that up, yes, he's going to have a significant role in Monday's game if he's healthy and 100%. Absolutely. Short yardage, yes, absolutely.
Dr. Earl, what up, fellows? Chicago up and bear down. Bear down,
Bear
man.
down, bro.
Quiet Lion. Okay, we got a college question. Do you watch college a lot, Guy?
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't watch college a lot.
No, that's fair, dude. I only watch like the main matchups, like the top matchups. Do you think Illinois can make the CFP? Looks like they can win every game except Ohio State. Yes. So I went to Illinois, disclaimer. So, a little bit biased, but yeah, like they beat the shit out of Duke today. They beat the shit out of
I
the
actually had that
Watch.
game on.
You had the game on? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like 54 to I forgot what the score was, but like they beat the shit out of that team. So yeah, I mean Brett Bielema has these guys playing like just such a physical brand of football. Like I think we're gonna see a lot of good things happen. Got a super chat here from Jay Bills. Appreciate you, man. Rashad, my boy, bear down, boys. Do you think
What's up, Jay
everyone
Bill?
should accept a solid game from Caleb and expect an all-around good week one from the Bears? So we answered this a little bit earlier. So I answered it. I'll let Guy take the question.
Yes, he should have a solid game. There should be no excuse for Caleb Williams to not have a solid game. Every weapon that's not on the injury report is going to be playing. DJ Moore is there. Cole Kmet is playing. Colston Lovin is playing. Luther Burden is playing. Like all of his weapons are there. So he should have an all-around good game. There shouldn't be no excuses for Caleb Williams to have a solid game. Not a perfect game, but a solid game. If he don't come out there with a solid game, he's just going to raise questions even more about his game and his ability to play quarterback because you're running out of excuses the more and more they build this team up. You know what I mean? So he's yeah, and I think that all around good game from week one from all the Bears. I don't think that's possible. I don't know how good our pass rush is going to be. Don't know how good our run game is going to be. These guys are just not getting healthy, and we have to play Monday night. So with the pass rush being iffy, the running back room being iffy, on the secondary probably be iffy. No Jalen Johnson out there. So all around week, good one from the Bears. I don't know, but I think we squeak out a win though. Shout out to Jay Bills, man.
Shout out to you, man. Celeste, thank you for the $1. Thank you for moderating this chat as well. Let's go through a couple pretty quick. There's a lot of questions here.
Take your time.
Bum of Wall Street. Do you think that maybe Ryan Poles is too much of a nice guy? We never get any like mean, aggressive guys, and he gives our draft picks the benefit of the doubt in regards to their potential. So,
I mean, Rashad always he gets on me about my Ryan Poles take. So I'll love to hear this.
We definitely disagree on this one, me and Guy. I'm more of a bigger Poles fan, I'd say, than him. I mean, like both of us give Poles his praises in like some regards, but I think Poles is a pretty okay GM. Like I don't. You can't call him a good GM yet, right? Because we haven't won any games. Until you win games, you can't be considered a good GM. But in terms of being a nice guy, he definitely is nice. Like him being nice cost the Chicago Bears a couple rounds of draft pick for Justin Fields, right? Like we could
Yeah,
have traded Fields for maybe a fourth round pick, something like that, but we
yeah,
stuck with the sixth round pick. So him being nice kind of cost us a little bit there, but at the same time, players take note of that niceness. Like other
yeah.
players on the Bears, they're gonna want to come here if they know the GM is going to look out for their best interests. So
Good point. That's a good point.
it's like a two-edged sword there, basically. But what do you think about Poles? Is he too
Yeah, I
nice?
think he's too. I mean, I think he's too much of a nice guy because look how long he kept Bayless Jones Jr. around. Look how long he kept Tyler Scott around. You know what I mean? He believes in his players almost to a fault. You know what I mean? Then he didn't. We can bring up Jalen Carter, and a lot of people wanted him to draft him, but then you see how Jalen Carter went out there and spit on somebody before before the kickoff. You know what I mean?
That was crazy.
That
Yeah.
was crazy. So Brian Poles, I do think he's nice. I think he's well intentioned. I think he means well. I don't think he's a bad person. But we learn just like anybody else. We learn what a person's personality are and their traits. So what we're seeing right now is Brian Poles is who he is. He's a nice guy who believes in his players, keeps late round picks, like Dominique Robinson. He's still here. Like,
That was
why
a
is
good
Dominique
pick.
Robinson still here? Like, what is he? What is he got pictures or something? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is he still here? So yeah, Ryan Poles is nice, man, and I think it kind of hurts us in some ways, but I think that's what Ben Johnson is here for. So you get your fire and ice. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You get your hot or your cold from Ben Johnson and Ryan Poles. So now that we have a disciplinarian, a guy that's built on structure, a guy that's intense like Ben Johnson. So we got our evil guy, we got our good guy. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I like to see that relationship, flourish down the road, and we'll see who's really the mean guy. And I think it's Ben Johnson, but I do like Ryan
Oh
Poles
yeah.
because I think you got to be nice sometimes. But I'm gonna rock with Ben Johnson.
1,000%. Nonsense Snap. Appreciate the donation here. He said, CNG podcast, yes, sir. How many sacks do you think we can get this first game? And who gets the first interception? What do you think, man?
Who I think gets the first sack? I'm gonna go out there and I'm going to say Montez Sweat. I think
Okay.
it's important for Montez Sweat to pop off the screen first game Monday night. I believe in Montez Sweat. He's kind of been off, he's been hurt and everything like that. So, but to believe in my guy, man, I'm gonna believe in him, and I'm gonna say he gets the first sack. I was right about Roman Dunze getting that first touchdown. Somebody asked
Oh
me, and I
yeah.
was right. I was right on about that. So my streak might continue Monday night with Montez says. So Montez, if you see this, man, I believe in you, bro. You get that first sack, and the first person I think is going to get an interception. Who gets the interception? It might be a linebacker. So if that's being said, we get a good pass for us and we get some pressure on McCarthy early and make him panic. I'm going to say Tremaine Edmonds gets the first
Oh,
interception.
I love that. With his long ass arms, like
There
he's
you
definitely
go.
gonna get some. Did he
Yeah,
have an interception last year? Maybe he had.
he did. I think it was a pick
Yeah.
six. I think he ran it back.
What
Well, am I
game was
wrong?
that? I'm just like forgetting somehow. Well, I know he had a bunch in 2023, but I can't remember if he had the pick. Maybe he did, yeah. But like I know
Hey,
last year was kind of a down year for him.
I can type it up real
Yeah,
quick. Let me
yeah.
see. Let me
I'll
see.
answer a different question while
Let me
you
see. Did Tremaine Edmonds?
Cream Sleeve, appreciate you being in here. Our favorite household Jander. Two rock stars up on the screen tonight, looking handsome tonight, guys. Appreciate you. Who's gonna have the first touchdown Monday? Cream. So, Guy already gave his answer. Kind of, but for me, I think it's gonna be Roma Dunze. I think it's gonna be a 15-yard touchdown corner route to Roma Dunze. Let's go for that.
Yeah, I like Rome. Wait, did I pick who said it? Did I pick them already?
Um, for what?
For the person who had the first touchdown. I already
Oh,
made my
maybe you
pick.
didn't actually. Yeah, I think I cut you off before that. Yeah. Who do you think is going to score the first touchdown?
The first touchdown of 2025 for the Chicago Bears will be Colston Loveland.
Colson Loveland.
I'm
I
going
love
with
it.
Colston Loveland, man. I'm going with Colston Loveland.
Idaho
I'm going with
boy.
number 84, man. But it says yes, Jermaine he had interceptions last season.
How many? Do you
Bro,
know?
that can't be true. He said he recorded a career high 4 interceptions with Chicago.
4 interceptions.
A career high. That cannot be true.
I
That was
don't think so, unless we're
2023.
like tripping.
No, no, no. I'm gonna put it in 2024. That's bullshit. That's
Somebody
bullshit.
said Ryan Poles is a Make-A-Wish GM. Travis Bell was one of his favorite human beings, so he drafts him, then releases him. Kieran commented the Bears would
So
draft him.
he had one interception against the Colts in week 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I
In the
remember
end
that
zone. In the
now.
end zone. Yeah. Shout out to Cream. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate the love.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Cream.
He also had another comment. Oops. Oh, sorry, you already answered. Yeah, no worries, man. Evan, appreciate you. Let's see who else is here. Okay, appreciate the donation here. Paleo, Geo, and Sports. Born and raised Illinois as well. Went to Highland Park High School. Live in Louisiana now. Could you see the Bears moving on from one of Cole or DJ next year? Yes, this is a really good question.
It
This
is.
is probably going to be asked a lot in the
It is.
offseason.
Yeah.
Um, Here, I'll talk about Cole
Go
Komet. You
ahead.
can talk about DJ.
Let's do it.
So yeah, with Cole Komet, it's really hard to say because he's not on a contract that's breaking the bank, only getting
Mhm.
paid 10 million, 11 million per year. Like you can
Mhm.
easily afford that if he is being productive as a tight end too, which I think that's what he's going to be at the end of this year. Like I fully expect Colson Loveland to take over as tight end 1 in terms of receiving ability. But if both of them are working out really well together, both are still being productive,
Yep.
you could still keep Cole Komet. But
Yes.
at the same time, like if you get a third round pick or a second round pick from another team and Loveland is the only one producing, in that situation, you could see Komet being traded. And that would suck, honestly, because I'm a big Cole Komet fan. Like
Me too.
he
I like
local
Cole.
guy, has a
Mhm.
home run celebration. Like you love to
Yeah.
root for him,
Yeah.
but production is the only thing that matters in this league. So
Yeah. You
if
right.
he doesn't produce, like I don't think he's gonna be here. But what are your thoughts on DJ? Do you think he's gonna get traded?
I think, it's like I told somebody before the offseason. I said, as soon as Luther Burden flashes consistently, there's going to be trade talks about DJ Moore getting traded, bro. It is what it is. This is how long has DJ Moore been? This is his third season,
Third season.
third coach or something like that. Like he wasn't here for Nagy, he was here for Eberflus and all the
Yeah.
other guys. But yeah, it's DJ Moore, man, because he's going to get way more expensive. You know, him and Luther Burden pretty much are built the same. They pretty much the same height, can do the same things. They route run, they're kind of small, they're fast. So he's going to want more money. And then you got to really think about it. Is he really your true number 1 wide receiver going forward? As much as I like DJ, I don't think you can play bully football with him like I saw from Roma Dunze. I don't think you can throw it up there high with that big catch radius that Roma Dunze has. He's physical. You know what I mean? So going forward, it's not looking good for DJ Moore to be here in the long haul. Whether that's Roma coming into his own and Luther Burden pretty much being almost like a DJ Moore kind of copy in a way. So I don't think DJ is going to be here. As soon as they can get him out of here, I think he'll be gone. As much as I like him, but I don't see it.
Yeah, because DJ is under contract through 2029, I think.
That's
So we still
crazy.
we just extended him last offseason. So that's another thing, like that would
That's
increase his
crazy.
value too. Cause
Yeah.
like you get a receiver like that on a 4-year deal or 3-year deal.
Mhm.
Like maybe you could get a first round pick out of that like next year if DJ has a good season. But if he has a good season, you're probably not going to trade him. So
Right.
it's kind of like a catch 22. But yeah, I agree with Guy. I mean, I'm a huge DJ Moore fan, admittedly. So like I'd love to see him stay, but
Yeah.
Luther Burden has the same exact skill set as
Yeah.
DJ Moore. So it kind of gets redundant, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Like we'll see what happens. It's gonna depend on the production. Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
Job will make some money.
Hell yeah, man.
I love that, bro.
Appreciate all you guys. This was like totally last minute, so we'll definitely do a lot more of these, have them be more structured. But let's see what else is here. Julian says, come next offseason, who do you want the Bears to pursue in free agency? You guys think D-line is still going to be a work in progress? So I'm not totally sure who's available as a free agent off the top of my head, so I'd have to do more research on that.
Me too.
But any defensive lineman I would want the Bears to go after, both edge rusher and defensive tackle. Probably more edge rusher at this point, but that could be an option. Maybe like, I don't know, like a running back, maybe like a complimentary running back. But I also I don't think the Bears are going to be massive players in free agency next year because they already spent a lot of money this year. and our
Right.
cap space going forward, like it's reduced for sure. Like we don't have as much space as we did the last couple of years. So yeah, I'd probably say edge. But do you have any like predictions for what the Bears are going to do at free agency next year? It's
It's
super early, but
if they want to spend and they can get rid of money and reconstruct people and all that, it's going to be left tackle, bro. It's got to be left tackle, man. Like it has to be left tackle. Like a lot of people presume that Ozzy Trapillo was going to be the left tackle. We all fell in love with that. 6'8", tall, big. You know, he was getting all the left tackle reps. You know, all off season. And I like the fact that they pretty much came out there and said, "Hey, we got to end this circus. He's not a left tackle. He's more comfortable at right tackle." And that hurt my soul. Like that hurt my feelings. I was like, that stung deep. That stung deep. So it's left tackle, bro. You got Khalil Mack as a free agent next year. He's number 9. You got Mark Andrews as a tight end, number 8 for next year. These are the top 10. You got Luke Goedek for Tampa Bay.
oh yeah, yeah.
He's going to be a free agent left next year.
Okay.
Who else we got? I'm looking. They got some more. They got some more old linemen. You got Elijah Vera Tucker from the Jets.
Oh,
He'll be a free agent next year.
mm.
Then you got Travis Jones, a defensive tackle for the Ravens. Reek Woolen, cornerback for Seattle. That's number 4. Get through this. Who is this? Trey Henderson, of course, because he signed that 1-year deal. Number 3, Mike Evans, wide receiver, Tampa Bay. Number 2, he's the number 2. A guy that old is going to be the number 2 sought off the free agent next year. And the last person, number 1, is Nick Bonito, edge for the Denver Broncos. He'll be free agent next year.
So got a good amount of options. Like left tackle is probably going to be hard though, because like no teams let good left tackles go. So you're probably just going to have to draft it there. But who knows? Like anything could happen. I'll bring up a comment here real quick. Nonsense Snap. Appreciate the donation here. With the Bears secondary dealing with injuries, who do you think the Vikings will lean on besides JJ? My guess, the tight end and Jones. You want to take this one?
With the Bears secondary dealing with injuries, who do you think the Vikings will lean on besides JJ? My guess is TE and Jones. TE? Tremaine Edmonds?
I think he's talking about who the Vikings will lean on, like besides JJ, because they don't have Addison right now. So like, who do you think besides Jefferson, they could go to in the receiving game?
Man, you know what? I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, like they have Thielen. They traded for Thielen just like last week. So yeah, bro. Like it barely happened like last week. I think they traded like a 5th round pick or 4th round pick or whatever. So they got Thielen back.
That. I saw that. Like fans were so hype about that. Like
he's old as shit now. Like he's 30, 35 or whatever. So
yeah,
you know his hammies are like kind of cooked. But if he stays healthy, I think it could be him. Only because like he has the experience a lot more than any of the other guys they have. Like they have Naylor besides that. Naylor. And I'm not even sure who the depth guys are behind that, but Hawkinson as well. I mean, TJ Hawkinson is pretty solid tight end. So
he is.
You know, a lot of weapons to still go to, I'd say. Like,
but at the same time, you can pretty much guard those guys, man. Because like I say, he's a 2nd-year rookie quarterback, man. So once he loses 1st and 2nd option, bro, it should be lunchtime out there. It should be lunchtime for that secondary and those linebackers to get after him, man, at Dennis Allen. So no excuses for me.
1000%. Okay, so it looks like Goedeke just got re-signed, like just like tonight or recently. That's crazy if he just got signed tonight.
I literally just Googled that.
ChatGPT wasn't quick enough.
Yeah, it was Bleacher Report. Bleacher Report, are you wrong?
Oh, okay. Yeah, they don't update those like sometimes.
That's a good point. Yeah, that might be old. Yeah. McCarthy got 0 history. Yeah.
That's true. So even though Thielen has been like good, like, well, I mean, McCarthy has 0 history with everybody for the most part, right? But he doesn't have much practice history with Thielen for sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's a rush job, man. He has to learn on the fly. Like it's gonna be. I don't see him really dominating that game. I don't see it at all. Thielen, old ass, and Justin Jefferson, and his other guy got. What did Addison get in trouble for PEDs?
It was like a driving. I thought it was like a driving incident, like something to do with him like speeding or I don't know. I forgot exactly what. If you want to look that up if you have Google pulled up.
I got Google
But
pulled up, man. I think it was some. Let me
well,
see. Jordan Addison. Let me see. Suspended.
yeah, I guess Bonito also just got extended recently. I think I remember seeing that on Twitter actually.
Yeah.
Um let's hope the drop itis leaves our team alone. I hope so, man.
Oh, it says receiver Jordan Addison was suspended the first 3 games of the 2025 season for violating the league's substance abuse policy stemming from a 2024 drunk driving incident.
Oh shit. Okay. Was this
Damn.
the one where like people were saying he was driving his dog to the hospital or something? Do you
I
remember
missed the
hearing about this?
story. I missed the
Oh,
story.
okay. I forgot if it was the same incident, but people like Vikings fans were saying that he was driving his dog to the hospital and that's why he was going super fast. Could have been a totally different incident, but I don't know.
Should have gave him
Um
a break, man. The man was taking his dog to the hospital, man. Come on.
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, Addison. Oh, okay. Addison was found asleep at the wheel. That's totally different.
Yeah,
Never
that's
mind. That's totally
wait, wait,
different.
wait. You can get in, huh? Asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, bro.
Oh,
If
he
you're
was
like,
parked.
yeah, even if you're parked, I'm not sure. Maybe the key was in the ignition. That's why,
Right.
or I don't know. Like I don't know the Minnesota laws with this. I know in Illinois, you
Yeah.
can't. Yeah, you can't even be asleep. I think at the wheel, even
Go
if
at
the
the
car
wheel.
is off. I don't know. Taco Boy, who has more aura as a bear, Fields or Caleb?
Ooh, that's a good one. That might actually be that might be the question of the night, bro. I'm gonna let you go, Rashad. What do you think, dog?
Dude, I don't know. Like part of me wants to say Justin Fields just because, like, he this sounds like weird as fuck, but like he looked really good in that jersey, right? Like he rocked that jersey, like
Yeah,
when
he
you
was
saw the
stoic.
slow-mos of
He
him,
was
like
stoic and he was
yeah,
quiet.
like
He
he had
was
no emotion
mysterious.
on his face, like
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like in the
yeah,
slow-mos, just throwing the ball. Like
yeah.
those videos were cool as fuck. But Caleb also looks really good. Like I feel like both of them look good in the Bears jersey. I'm just happy we didn't get like I don't know, like any of the other like Bo Nix. I don't think he'd have the same
Oh
aura
God,
as,
no,
as any of these
no.
other guys.
But Drake, man, no. To answer, I think that's tough, man. I actually like Fields. Man, he had a little bit of aura
Yeah,
going on. Man, he had more of an introvert kind of aura. You know what I mean? Caleb has an extrovert type of
yeah,
aura. You
he's
know what
a
I
good
mean?
talker.
F Green Bay in the club. You know what I'm saying? He's dancing. He's painting his
Painting
nails.
his
You know what I'm
nails.
saying? He's doing a lot of extrovert stuff in the off
Yeah,
season, man. Everybody loves that, and I think it was night and day as far as their
yeah,
personalities. Why I like Phil's aura because I can be an introvert a lot. I can be quiet. I could be, you know what I mean. But then sometimes I could be a Caleb Williams, and I'm out there just saying F Green Bay and drinking beer. You know what I mean? So Caleb gives you a lot more as far as an extrovert. Even when he got drafted, he was out there with the people with the selfie stick taking pictures, man. So it seems like Caleb, he got aura. He's cool. He's funny. He's fun to be around. So, but to answer the question, I'm gonna go with Caleb, man. I'm gonna
I
go with
love
Caleb.
it. A lot of the chat is saying Fields. Fields has aura on the field, especially after a big run. Those JF1 hype videos you put out had me believing, bro.
No, what had me believing when he made the top 100, I was like, yeah, we're going to the Super Bowl. We're going to the Super Bowl. He was in the top 100. I was like, yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, yeah. We were all like, oh, the players like they know like football, like that totally means Fields is gonna be good. But
Yeah, like, yep, I'm sold.
yeah,
We're going to
I
the
feel
playoffs.
like nowadays, like I don't even put any stock into the top 100 because like it's just like a popularity contest.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, the top 100 is kind of crazy because JJ didn't even make it. He was damn near top 5 cornerback last year. You know what I mean?
yeah, man,
So
it's insane.
yeah.
We'll stay on here for a little bit longer. Just
Okay.
wrapping up here.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys have any last questions, by the way, feel free to drop them down below. We're gonna maybe do another 5-10 minutes and then we'll head out of here. But we'll do these more often for sure. Definitely add like points this season.
Yep.
Okay, Julian says, what
Ooh.
about Jay Cutler with the aura though? I won't lie. I mean, Cuddy had some pretty good aura too. Like with his just like he had such a nonchalant attitude towards everything, like towards the media, towards the fan base, towards
Everybody.
He just didn't give a fuck.
He didn't give a shit at
So
all.
yeah, I
So
liked.
I like
Oh,
Jay. I like Jay because Jay, like I think all three of these quarterbacks represent a part of me. The quiet one was Justin Fields. The extra Williams. That asshole is Jay Cutler. I can be an asshole, man. I gotta be real. I can be get the hell out of my face. Don't fucking say nothing to me. So I like how all of my quarterbacks represented a part of my personality, man. So all of them guys had aura. Jay Cutler, man, was the
oh yeah. What about Trubisky? Does Trubisky represent any part of you or no?
coolest asshole I ever seen in my life. And he just went to prison. Come on, man. He just added to more aura, man.
Oh yeah, he's in jail right now, right? Or like he's about to be. He got a
I think
3-day.
he got out. It was only for 4 days or something
Oh,
like that,
okay.
man.
Okay.
Jay Cutler tell somebody to go to hell in a heartbeat, and I totally understand that. So I'm rocking with Jay when
Um
it comes to that. Good
Chicago
question.
Tech guy, what's up, man? Were you serious? You have kids? You look so young. I don't have kids. Full
Who, me?
disclaimer. I think he's talking to me because I made a
Oh,
post about Luther Burden, like
oh,
with all of his jersey numbers. I was like, I have 3 kids, and like each of them have a different Luther
oh, yeah.
Burden.
I saw that. I saw that.
Yeah, disclaimer, I don't have kids.
That's funny.
I'm only 25, right? Or sorry, 26, but no kids yet. Let's see what else. Cruz Carreño says, do you feel more comfortable with Ben Johnson than our last 4 coaches after Lovie Smith? Yeah, bro. I mean, it's not even close. Like, I had high hopes about Matt Nagy because he's coming over from the Chiefs. So, like, that was the last coach I was like kind of hyped about. But John
Right.
Fox, I wasn't really hyped. Matt
Nope.
Eberflus, I just
Nope.
thought he wasn't gonna be really good either. So, yeah, Ben Johnson, like the hype level is here compared to what it was for the other coaches.
No, I agree with you. I definitely agree. I think it's Ben Johnson. You know, like I agree with everything you say. Even Flus, no. Matt Nagy, because he came from Kansas City. You know, the Andy Reid tree. We thought we was getting the Andy Reid 2.0. You know what I mean? And he did a decent job, man. Maybe it just came down to the quarterback that he was working with, and he really couldn't get more out of him than he probably could have got out of Patrick Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I like Matt Nagy. It was a quarterback. I hate to say it, it was the quarterback. If he had a better quarterback, we probably could have did more. Double doink happened, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, Matt Nagy probably the closest. But Ben Johnson is the guy. For him to stay in this division, it's some psychotic shit. He's a psychopath, bro. So the fact that he stayed in division, he gets all the respect from me as far as a competitor. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
and he's cool, and he's a Cubs fan. You know what I mean? He's a diehard Cubs fan.
Nah, get out of here.
And
I'm a
he
White
wanted
Sox.
to come to the Bears, man. He wanted to come to Chicago, so he's great. I like Ben Johnson, man.
I
I
like
like
Ben
Ben.
too.
Yeah, Ben's
I
cool.
mean, his like mentality is already so different than any other Bears coach I've seen. Did you see the story of him posting the it was like a UFC fight or whatever, like a knockout, and he put that in the
Yeah,
locker
I
room,
read
and
that.
he was like, he told all the players like, we need this to happen in the next game or whatever it was.
Yeah, I read that.
Like that type of like, I don't know, like motivation we haven't really seen out of any other coaches. I feel
But I
like.
want to know what, because I think every man should have a chip on their shoulder to be successful. I have my chip, things that made me kind of ultra competitive. You probably got a chip that made you ultra competitive. I would really like to know what made Ben Johnson the man he is as far as being competitive. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I know he wants to win, but what happened? Was it a childhood thing? Was it an NFL thing? And he playing or like what happened? Because he is relentless in his pursuit of success, and I love that coming from a coach, and I understand that completely as a person to want to be the
Yeah.
best and absolute best in everything that you do. But I would love to somebody ask me that question, like, what makes you
Oh
and why
yeah.
are you so competitive? Because that's something really real, man. Because there's nothing. It's not something you can fake. You can't fake being super competitive. It's going to show off in your everything that you do, from your clothes to how you speak and to how you talk to people to how you plan things. And so he really wants it, but I really like to know what got him to this point of just being so competitive, man.
Yeah, bro, you should be out there asking the the coaches these questions. I feel like our media doesn't really ask these like hard hitting questions.
Yeah, man.
That's a
You
really
too,
good
man.
point.
You too, man. Thanks, man. You too.
100%.
Yes, sir.
Okay, couple more questions. Let's wrap it up right here. But so hefty says, how do you think the division rankings will play out, and where would you put the Chicago Bears? Okay, I'll take this first, but like I'll say, excuse me, number one, I'll still say the Lions at this point because their roster is probably the best. If you look at the trenches, if you look at the playmakers and everything, like it's probably gonna be the Lions just being like safe. Number two, I'd probably say the Green Bay Packers. Unfortunately, like with the Micah Parsons edition, like
That hurt my
they're gonna
feelings.
be a pretty good team. Like as
Yeah,
much as I hate them, they're gonna be pretty good. I'd put the Chicago Bears number three. Then I think they can be number three, maybe sneak into the playoffs. And you know, I'm predicting a 10-7 record. So if that happens, you know, probably gonna be number three. And I'm picking Vikings fourth only because they got JJ McCarthy, who's super young. But anything can happen with that too. But what do you think, man? What are your
Rashad, you're playing it safe. I'm not going to play it safe. I'm going to keep it 100%. The Chicago Bears will be the first in the division. We got a rookie quarterback, second-year rookie
yes,
quarterback
sir.
in Minnesota. You have the Detroit Lions, who lost their offensive coordinator and their defensive coordinator. They are on them. They had a guy that lost the free agency on the offensive line. I don't know what people think that the Detroit Lions are just somehow going to automatically just get the stature back that they were the last couple of years. We're losing all of that. The Green Bay Packers, Jordan Love is mid, man. Jordan Love, there's questions about their secondary. There's questions about their wide receiver core. There's questions about Micah Parsons getting epidurals. You know what I mean? He's not even going to be available when we play him probably in week 14. And they got rid of their best run stopper in Kenny Clark. The Chicago Bears can actually come up in here with Ben Johnson as the guy that's been winning against the NFC North as our play caller and head coach. It's going to be the Chicago Bears being the first place in the division. I'm not moving off of that. I don't care. It's the Bears. Let's
I
go.
love that. 100%. I love that. I wish I had. I mean, I do have that confidence to some extent, but I don't know. I love it. I love all of what you said.
That's why I'm here with you, man. So I can talk. You know,
1000%.
we
Yeah,
balance it.
I need you
We
hyping
balance
me
it.
up, man. It's been
Right.
so much like negativity covering the Chicago Bears so far for me, where like
Yeah.
my like I'm just used to the Bears being bad. So
Right.
but it's gonna be different this year. It's 100% gonna be different.
It's going to be different, man, because we got the right people in place from the coaching staff. You know, Caleb Williams, like I said, he's a wild Mustang. And when guys are that talented that's not used to playing the structure, you have to get that wild Mustang in an environment where he can play in structure, where he's going to run free and run wild. Because he's used to being Caleb Williams since he's been NIL superstar, USC superstar. Get here with Eberflus, and he's not in a system where it's controlled chaos. Caleb Williams need controlled chaos in order to be successful. You just can't let him just run around and just do everything that he wants to do. But from a coaching standpoint, to an aggressive head coach, to Caleb Williams, to Kevin Warren, to Dennis Allen, we have a lot of things in place that we can pretty much be pretty good right away. We just have to make sure that we use timeouts, something that even can do. And don't put Billings in coverage. Like, I don't think we're going to be having Billings in coverage no more.
All right, Truly True had this question. How big of a hit does the defense take from Edwards and potentially JJ being hurt, speaking week one? Yeah, man. I mean, it's a pretty big hit nonetheless. Like, you know, Jalen Johnson especially, that's going to be a massive hit because otherwise, you know, we talked about this earlier, but Tyreek Stevenson is going to be on Justin Jefferson. So, you know, definitely not ideal. It could even swing the outcome of this game potentially, but
you're right.
You know, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it hurts, man.
Hopefully we can make up for it. That's what the NFL is about, right? Like you got to make up for all the injuries that happen.
Yes, sir.
All right, last few. I hear a lot of high praise for Jaden Daniels these days. Is he actually already that good? Yeah, I mean he's pretty good. Like I don't know though, because like I kind of think he's gonna take a step. He's not bad for sure, but I think he's gonna take a step back this year as opposed to what he did last year, because the whole NFL has film on him, and like usually when a quarterback has a really good rookie year, they kind of regress in year two, like CJ Stroud, for example.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Yeah, so I mean he's gonna be decent, but I'd maybe not as elite as last year. But what are you thinking for Jaden Daniels?
I think he's good, man. Like until you prove that you mean that you're not good, I mean you're good. Like it's his second year. Yeah, you know they come off. You know they may have a sophomore slump, but I mean he's good, man. The proof is in the pudding. He has a quick release. He's fast. He knows when to run. He knows when to get down. He has a good deep ball. Unfortunately, us Bears fans saw that better than anybody else when they beat us for a damn Hail Mary pass.
Yeah.
Tyreek Stevenson goofy ass. So look, man, the kid can play. He's nice. You know, I don't have no problem with Jaden Daniels, man, but it is what it is. He's good, man. Like he's good. He's good. You can't say it's scheme. You can say whatever you want to do. He's operating in the system that's built for him. and he's been in that situation for 2 years now. So I'm not expecting that much of a dip off. It just depends on the opponents, and like Rashad said, he had more film on him. But other than that, hell yeah, I like Jaden Daniels. I'm not a hater at all.
100%. Okay. On that note, we're gonna wrap it up here. If you guys want to do one last thing, leave your predictions for the game down below. What do you guys think the score of the game is gonna be? And maybe give like a MVP prediction. Who do you think is gonna be the best player in this game? We'll be curious to hear you guys' thoughts on that one. But yeah, man, Guy, I appreciate you for coming on here. If you guys want to follow him, you can follow him at CNG Podcast, right? On
Yes,
Twitter.
sir.
Yeah.
CNG
He's
podcast.
posting he has his own show. He posts a bunch of tweets about Chicago Bears news. So I'll definitely have him on the channel in the future as well. But thanks, man, for coming on.
Anytime, man. Follow CNG Podcast on Twitter, X, and Facebook. You know what I mean? And Rashad came on our show last season. We had a ball. That was dope, man. So I can't wait to talk ball with you again on one of our, pregame or postgame shows, man, just to have those vibes again, man, because that was a good show. It was great.
Yeah, 1000%. 20-14 Bears win MVP of the game is DeAndre Swift. I love it.
23-14 Bears.
Let's go. I'll predict Bears win 21-20. Any way you guys can get the win. And this guy is saying Bears 41, Vikings 6, MVP Swift and Caleb Williams. If this happens, Bears Twitter is going to be a crazy place tomorrow. Or
it could get out of hand, man. It could get out of hand. Like I say, he's a second-year rookie quarterback, man. He might not have his number one wide receiver or his number two wide receiver. That could be a long game for him, bro. So it could get ugly quick. Shout out to Nonsense Nat, man. You been rocking with me ever since I pretty much started podcasting a couple years ago, man. So he's a good dude. And he's awesome. A super Bears fan. He knows football. He played football. So shout out to Nonsense Nat, man. One of the greats.
Awesome, man. Okay, we're gonna head out of here then, guys. One last one, 31-21 Bears. MVP Goofy Stevenson. The comeback season starts now. Love to see that. But yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. I'll be back with a stream on my channel for the next Bears game against the Vikings, Monday Night Football. Be on the lookout for that, and also a post-game reaction as well. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. Enjoy your Saturday night. As always, bear down.
Bear down. Peace.